and let's just hope it's recording. What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMGWTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. Welcome back to yet another episode of International Wrestling Corporation, the IWC, booked by yours truly and the rest of you nerds and geeks every week, hopefully, when we can do it, on Twitch. And we've got an interesting show here tonight. Nothing too off-the-wall crazy here tonight, but it's still pretty good. I like the way it went around with this. We also created a new tournament thing, as you see right here. Goofy Willows came up with it. Pole Mania. It's going to be a tournament with just all pole matches. We'll find that out in just a moment, why we're going to be doing that. As we move into the pre-show, our first pre-show match of the night gets a 51 D+ in a pre-show bout that had decent wrestling, but little heat to it. Hercules Strong Cock going over Kami Dreamer in 9 minutes 57 seconds with the Starship Pain. Hercules, of course, not suited to his gimmick, but he got a 66 to Kami's 38. No worker improvements as we move on to our next segment, which gets an E-23. In an abysmal pre-show match, Lord Masada going over The Law, Marty Janella, in 6 minutes 3 seconds by submission. The Law, Marty Janella, debuting his Law Enforcer gimmick, which got a rating of poor, which is unfortunate for him. He was also off his game. The fans are still, they don't like Lord Masada, still chanting for him not to come back. Marty Janella with a 25, Masada with a 20. So we move on to the main event of the pre-show, nerds and geeks, that gets a 41 solid D rating here. And a terrible pre-show match. Eddie Edwards going over Sabu, the priest from the Middle East, Sabu, Lionheart, Marty Scurll, Pete Gunn, and Reynolds Von Dam, in a flag match in 13 minutes 17 seconds when Eddie Edwards retrieved the item, which I guess was a flag, but it's really just a pole match, nerds and geeks. And that is why we have Polemania now, because of this pole match we just got right here. In terms of in-ring work, Eddie Edwards was head and shoulders above everybody else. Reynolds Von Dam was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else. Eddie Edwards got a very good on his gambler gimmick, which, that's awesome. Sabu was off his game. Lionheart debuted his arm wrestler gimmick and got an above average on it. Marty Scurll got a below average on his comic book villain gimmick. Pete Gunn got an awful rating on his hired gun gimmick. And of course, RVD is not suited to his gimmick, and the fans do not like him. Edwards came out looking good, got a 58, Sabu with a 27, Lionheart with a 32, Scurll with a 37, Pete Gunn with a 27, Von Dam with a 16. Marty Scurll's improving in technical, and Reynolds Von Dam is improving in Rumble. So at least there's improvements. As we move on to our opening segment of the night, nerds and geeks, that gets a 52 D+. We're backstage. Misty May goes into an office, and it's not just any office, nerds and geeks. It's the office of the Demons at Law, Glenn Jacobs and Joseph Parks. She goes into the office, and we see Jacobs and Parks. She's telling them all about her current situation. Rock, paper, scissors wrestler gimmick. Well, we need to get that, right? She's telling them all about the situation. Telling them all about how, Team Cockett, they jumped me last week. They beat down my Pokemon. They kidnapped my other Pokemon, even though apparently Swogglesaur was here, which he shouldn't have been, but that's okay, I guess. They're all talking about that. She's hiring them to do something for him, and then that's when the Demons at Law say, "Oh, we'll take your case, but we like to deal with our cases a little differently," meaning, of course, that they're going to go out there and beat up Team Cockett, setting up our main event of the night, which will be the Demons at Law versus Team Cockett. Swogosaur helping Misty, even though he shouldn't have been there. Joseph getting better at his gimmick. Strong start. Crowd got hot. Glenn Jacobs was fantastic. Gained heat to the feud. All in all, good stuff. A rock, paper, scissors the tournament? That would be crazy. So we move on to our opening match, or not opening match of the night, but another segment, I should say, which gets an E24. Silver Surfer comes out. He's calling out the dead man, Sami Callihan. He wants to know what the hell Sami Callihan has against him, why he keeps attacking him, all that stuff. That's when clown music starts playing, and Eugene the Clown comes out to make his official debut here in IWC. Makes the way down to the ring, all, So Ja Rule says hello to you guys, by the way. But he's all acting like, funny, stupid little clown. Goes to squirt I don't know, a little flour in his face, but Silver Surfer's not having any of it, and Eugene, kind of insulted by Silver Surfer, not having fun with his gags and all that, joining in on the fun, decides to squirt him with it anyway, which apparently has some sort of mist acid, some sort of stuff in it, which blinds Silver Surfer or burns him temporarily, whatever the hell you want to go with it, and leading into an impromptu match between Silver Surfer and Eugene the Clown, which gets an E25. Hell yes. E25 in an abysmal match. Silver Surfer going over Eugene the Clown in 9 minutes 59 seconds when he was disqualified after the dead man, Sami Callihan, comes out and attacks Silver Surfer. So, we still don't know why he doesn't like Silver Surfer, but it definitely is getting to the point where this is getting a little bit of a repetitive thing here. Sami has an issue. This was our Mayhem match of the night, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, to be completely honest. Apparently it was well booked, which, okay. Interesting. Either way, though, Surfer not suited to his gimmick, which we know. But it did, the chaos of the match helped. It becomes addicted to alcohol. CM Punk versus SM Punk. We have CM Punk, remember? SM Punk. Helped hide how badly Silver Surfer was. They were still, not happy to see him. Eugene is getting better at his gimmick. Overbooking didn't sit well with the crowd, which, that's okay. Silver Surfer with the 16. It's funny how it says it doesn't sit well with the crowd, but yet it requires me to have a Mayhem-style match at least. 16 for Silver Surfer, 32 for Eugene the Clown. Eugene's improving in performance as we move into our next segment, which gets a 40D-. Ian Williams-Carter's backstage in his office. He has the bullies there, John Bully Layfield and the Blue Bully. He's all venting his frustrations about, Ethan Carter III being here, his damn cousin. He's so tired of him. It's how typical Ethan Carter III. Even when they were kids, he always had to have things his way, yada, yada, yada. But not this time. This is his company. All sorts of stuff. But yeah. Pretty much saying, tonight he's going to pay for it all. He's going to pay for all his, the torture he put him through as a kid, all the torture he put him through in TNA, and all the torture he's trying to put him through now. And he goes ahead and books the Bullies in a 2-on-1 handicap match against Ethan Carter III for our main event. He struggled when going off script, which sucks because, you wanted to go off script. John Bully Layfield, though, worked the crowd to his advantage. Blue Bully's not suited to his gimmick. Can't be a bully, huh? What a shame. But we move on to our next segment, which gets a 48D+. I'll be honest, this did a lot better than I thought it would be. 48D+ for this? Stealing the show, because that's what they were supposed to do, right? Steal the show? Yep. Steal the show. 48D+ in a poor match. Team Cockett, Joey James and Jesse LeRae going over Parks and Jacobs' Demons at Law in 9 minutes 43 seconds when Joey James defeats Glenn Jacobs with a submission hold? I could have swore I thought I made this by pinfall. My bad. I guess this was supposed to be by pinfall, but whatever. Beats him after a distraction from El Toro, so El Toro's the Meowth of the team, helping out Team Cockett to defeat Demons at Law. El Toro's doing some good work ringside. Joey James getting better at his gimmick. They get the crowd buzzing. Jesse with a 38, Joey with a 36, Joseph Parks with a 50, and Glenn Jacobs with a 49. Joey's also improving in performance. Good on him. As we move into an E25, Misty comes out and she announces, you know what? I've had enough of you, Team Cockett. I tried getting legal involved. If you're not going to give me my Pokemon, if you're not going to give me Swogglesaur back, I'm going to take him back at the pay-per-view, which I forgot the name of, to be honest. At the pay-per-view, who booked this shit? I'm bringing my friends, which I'm going to go ahead and book it in now, Nerds and Geeks. But she doesn't announce who it is, but she's saying I'm going to bring in my friends. Ash and Brock, and we're going to beat you three and take Swogglesore back pretty much. So, you know, despite, like I said, she doesn't exactly come out and say, like, oh, it's Zack Ryder and Brock Lesnar, which, by the way, that's who it is. It's, you know, Misty May teaming with Zach Ketchum and Brock to take on Team Cockett, Joey James, not Joe Hendry, Joey James, Jesse LeRae, and El Toros. Team Pokemon versus Team Cockett. Okay. El Toros is also getting better at his gimmick. Yeah, what a trio, right? Let's move on to the next segment of the night, which I book these backwards. Love when I do that. So we'll get to this in a segment, but remember, this got a 36 D minus. So let's remember that. But we'll get to this in just a moment. Although Boriano got a great on his All-American gimmick, which that's awesome. But as we move into the match itself, it gets a 44 solid D rating here. In a poor match, Ethan Carter III going over the Bullies when he beats Blue Bully with a quick roll-up in 8 minutes 11 seconds. Ethan Carter III was head and shoulders above both of them, of course, with Blue Bully being the weak link. Not suited to his gimmick, which we know about already. A 57 for EC3, 16 for the Blue Bully, and JBL with a 42. And then, of course, as we saw just a few moments ago, 36 D minus to end off the show pretty much, with the Blue Bullies not being happy with this. Of course, JBL wasn't pinned, so he attacks EC3 from behind. They start beating up on EC3, holding him down. That way IWC can come in and he starts smacking EC3 around. And that's when the Real Americans theme music hits, Nerds and Geeks. And I imagine it being super Americana as Taco Michinoku and Boru Yano make their way down to the ring to make the save. And presumably we're going to see a match between the Bullies and the Real Americans in the future. We end off the show to get a 45 solid D rating, losing our popularity in 11 regions. But that's okay. You ain't hearing me complaining. But yeah, not a bad show. Not a good show, but we're definitely getting better compared to how we first started off. And we got quite a few people coming in. I mean, Jesus, we just saw that Brock. We hired Brock from Pokemon, guys. I mean, come on. Plenty of people are coming in. Although this is certainly taking its sweet time. There we go. Oh, look at all this. Cesaro to resign? Should we sign Cesaro, guys? I'm almost certain that we're going to say yes on signing Cesaro, by the way. But we already have a lot of people just saying, like, we have a lot of people in our company. So there is quite a few here. Look at this, we got some people. We also have a couple extra people coming in. Jim Cornette, not entirely sure what the hell he's going to do. Then we got the Big Tong, Tom and Reigns coming in. It's getting good, guys. It's getting good. Either way, though, that's going to be the end of this episode of IWC. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor. Leave me a comment, like, and subscribe if you have not already. And as always, my name's been OMG, WTF, LOLF to WBRB. If you guys are interested in helping me book episode 4 of IWC and any episodes of IWC in the future, make sure you check out the description below to follow, and I guess you don't subscribe to Twitch, and if you do, you have to pay. But go ahead and follow me on Twitch, and help me book in the future, pretty much. Either way, Nerds and Geeks, I will see you guys in the next episode. So until then, have a good one.